How about you, Arthur? Do you still think you're a star?
I just saw Joker Folie. Does it kill like its predecessor? So, what did I think? Two years have passed since the events in The Joker, and Arthur Fleck, played by Joaquin Phoenix, awaits trial for the murders he committed. While attending a music class at Arkham Asylum, Arthur meets Harley Quinzel, played by Lady Gaga, a fellow patient, and begins a romance dipped in music and madness. Back in 2018, when I first heard that Tod Phillips was directing The Joker, I have to admit I was worried that it was going to be a disaster. I mean, this was the director of Starsky and Hutch and the Hangover films. Well, as history has proven, I needn't have been worried, as Phillips and his leading man, Joaquin Phoenix, produced a genuine masterpiece, a film that reflected on alienation, madness, media and violence in a comic book movie, albeit one that portrayed a character as realistically as possible with no puns or minions, and captured the tone, the feel of a New York / Gotham City in the 80s, and heralded back to the urban dramas of the time, from mean streets to Fort Apache the Bronx. A far cry from the first time the Joker was portrayed on screen by Cesar Romero, a man who wouldn't even shave his moustache off for the part.
And now, people of Gotham City, the moment you have all been waiting for.
And a movie that had a definitive ending. But, of course, with a box office surpassing $1 billion and Oscar glory for its star, Warner Brothers wanted a sequel and offered both Phillips and Phoenix a budget of close to $200 million to get it done. So, does Joker Folie live up to its predecessor? The answer is a resounding no. In fact, if back in 2019 you had told me the director of The Hangover 2 was directing, this is the film I would have expected. Now, before I get too negative, there are two positives. This film looks great, with cinematography capturing the look of an America circa 1983, beginning to come out of recession, all with a sickly green edge. And the cast performance is collectively superb. Lady Gaga as the Joker-obsessed Harley Quinzel proves that her performance in House of Gucci was just a disastrous miscalculation.
It's time to take out the trash. Aldo and Paolo, they're poison. They're an embarrassment to this company, and everybody knows it.
And Brendan Gleeson shines as Sullivan, an Arkham guard who likes his singing and appears to be friendly towards Arthur, but is as brutal as everyone else in the city. But the cast performances, lead performance aside, we'll come back to that in a moment, and cinematography are not enough to save a deeply flawed and, to be quite honest, at times boring film. It's a film that does not know what it truly is. Phillips lacks any focus as the director. Is it a continuation of Arthur's story? A prison drama? A courtroom thriller? Or a musical? Because it doesn't seem to know itself, attempting to be all things at once, and in doing so is an utter mess. The film becomes a slog, and after about half an hour you will find yourself glancing at your watch, especially at the points it becomes a 70s variety show. But the greatest offense has to be the constant callbacks by Phillips to the Joker, just to remind a jaded audience this is the sequel to the film we all loved. Remember? From near cameo-length appearances in the courtroom, although I will admit one appearance is perhaps the best moment in the entire film and shows the audience the briefest of glimpses of what might have been, to once again having the camera in close-up show every aspect of Arthur's painfully emaciated body. Even Phoenix's performance, although adequate, brings absolutely nothing new to the table. What was once daring is now repetitive. Where in The Joker, Arthur was tragic, we felt for him. Now he comes across as just irritating, with both Phoenix and Phillips seeming not to have learnt a very important lesson. Psychopaths aren't as half as interesting as they might like you to think.
Well, he's not.
Order. Order. Order.
Joker Folie is a vacuous slog, with director Phillips trying to once again evoke memories of films like Godfather 2 and French Connection 2, and classic films of the 70s like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. But that trick only works once, and instead, the film at points feels like Xanadu. But it's the ending that will divide the audience and truly kills it. One can feel the influence of DC and Warner's execs reminding Phillips that this is a Joker movie, so you'd better show the Joker. And in doing so, Phillips not only lessens the power of the original, but makes all that we have seen in these last two films utterly pointless. Joker Folie is in cinemas now, and is like a bad joke that's been told far too many times to the point it's neither funny or entertaining. It's not bad enough to get my worst rating a void. Instead, in this case, I say, why bother?
Please, sir, I want some more. More? All right, stop it. Stop it right there. Go on, fill up the bowl.
And if you liked this episode of So What Did I Think and you want to see more, please click like and subscribe. Remember, always subscribe. Thanks for watching.